When I think of a Stonewall moment, I think of what to me felt like a similar time, because of course I wasn't around in 1969. I mean, I was actually alive, but you don't need to know for how long. But I wasn't old enough to be at Stonewall. Let's leave it at that. But what it does provoke for me is the idea of kind of what was like that in my life, and I can think of two things. One of them particularly was my first women's march in Montreal, which was a march called Femmes Sans Peur, which was a way in which women could actually be in the streets and feel safely, or at least fight back against the violence that they were experiencing. And I was surrounded by a sea of lesbians. So I think for me that was kind of my first Stonewall moment. And I guess my second moment I can think of is one of the times I was on the board of Pride Toronto, and I specifically worked hard to bring about the idea of difficulties of refugees and coming here as gays and lesbians as a way of escaping from countries in which they were experiencing oppression. And I wanted to bring forward the idea of queer rights as human rights. And so that year at Pride, we managed to have front and center, leading the parade, the idea that queer rights were human rights. And I guess bringing forward the whole idea of human rights into queer, into what was then very much a celebration, and bringing it back to the political was important, the same way we did with Queers Against Israeli Apartheid. So bringing back the politics into Pride are my Stonewall moments. Over and out.